Hello, fancy seeing you here. Kamusta mga kaibigan? We are here in the old walled city of Intramuros, the cultural and historic capital of Old Manila.
So in this video, we're going to be hitting up some iconic tourist sites, but of course, there's going to be some delicious food along the way.
Yeah, so I'm very excited. This is one of my favorite places in Manila to explore. Are you ready, Ambi?
Yes.
All right, let's go. Good morning and welcome to Intramuros, the historic stronghold and the religious, political, and educational heart of the Spanish West Indies. Intramuros is Spanish for inside the walls, hence the thick stone walls that stretch around the district to approximately 3.5 kilometers in length, which means the areas outside Intramuros were labeled as Extramuros, which translates to, you guessed it, outside the walls. There's so many things to do and explore here, and it's good enough of a reason by itself to visit Manila. So we started off the day with a short pedicab ride through the streets and to the Manila Cathedral. And even though the original cathedral was constructed in 1571, this is actually the 8th reconstruction of the cathedral after being destroyed multiple times throughout the centuries by earthquakes, typhoons, fire, and war. We didn't spend too long here because we've been here many times, so we made our way to the second stop of the day, the beautiful San Agustin Church. So we're here at the San Agustin Church. Never actually been here before. It's our first time. It is absolutely stunning. Would you say a bit more ornate than the Manila Cathedral, but for good reason, because the Manila Cathedral, as you know, that was a 7th iteration or 8th iteration of it. It's been destroyed and rebuilt 7 times. But San Agustin Church is the only church that survived the World War II bombing. So we got all this amazing, insert French word here. It's basically like when you try to paint the ceiling to look 3D, because it's not actually a carved 3D, it's just paintings. It is also the oldest church in the Philippines. This is very nice. This is very nice. First time for us. Very good. Well, good thing we went to the church first and not the museum, because we got kicked out because there's a wedding now. Yeah, there's a wedding, so. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, you know, it is a beautiful place to have a wedding, I must say so. So let's go to the museum. Alright, nice visit to the San Agustin Church and San Agustin Monastery Museum. Honestly, I'm not sure what took us longer. Actually going to the museum or cooling down in one of their many AC cooled rooms, but very nice exhibit. So now let's get to exploring more of the walled city. Alright, we made it here to the border between Binondo and Quiapo to Ambos Mundos. Things have not gone our way in this restaurant because the idea was, you know, we were exploring Intramuros, the old Spanish walled city, and we went to Ambos Mundos specifically because I thought that they did an eclectic mix of Spanish, Filipino, and Chinese food. But once we got here, Apparently they don't really do the Spanish food anymore. They only really do their paellas and burcod, but they said the Spanish food, hindi daw mabenta yung Spanish food dito. So it's just Filipino food and Chinese food, but you know, that's okay. Very excited still. Let's eat.
Okay, it's time to eat. We're gonna start off with their special canton. It's absolutely loaded with a bunch of meats. There's different types of pork, some vegetables, like a thick brown sauce, and of course the noodles. I try to get a little bit of everything. That's really nice. Like a meaty gravy kind of sauce. I will add calamansi to like add a bit of like a nice zestiness. That was a good move. Adds like a nice brightness, a nice tang to it. Changes like the flavor profile a little in a nice way. And the noodles, they're like a little bit chewy, which is nice. Okay, next up we have this big hunky boy. It's called Camarón Rellenado. It's this fried goodie. It's stuffed prawn. You can see the tail. There's a prawn tail in there, and it's wrapped in pork mince. And of course, this crunchy looking breading. I will dip some sweet and sour sauce. So let's have a little bit of the spicy, because I had some and it's not that spicy. So I think we'll be fine. Okay. Just come a little closer in case there's a bit of a crunch, you know, for my ASMR people. Oh. Okay, that bite was just pure pork mince. And now let's just have the regular sweet and sour. Very goopy. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, it goes really well with the sweet and sour sauce, but I guess like if you're using it in like Chinese takeaways, like if you get fried wontons, you know, we have it with sweet and sour sauce. It's pretty good. The crunch adds like a nice textural element to it. A little prawn. It's a little plump, you know? But yeah, I really like that.
So yeah, last two dishes. I'm gonna do the crab tortas. Yeah, it's just crab with egg. Wrapped in egg. Look at that. Look how much meat that is. So I'm just gonna get some of the crab. Has a little simple brown sauce on it as well. But the egg is just well cooked. It's like a hard scramble, which I really like when it has like when it develops that little spongy texture. And it's just chock full of crabs. Last one. That's good. You know, it's not every day you get to eat 3 crabs worths of crab meat in one bite, so that's really nice. And to finish off, one of our favorite dishes of all time, patatine, as you know, as Konya people would say it. It's basically pork hop that's been braised in a variety of spices, like, you know, they got soy sauce, the star anise, and like whatnot. This one is not a full pork hog, it's just a small one. Yeah, some fattiness over here. That's nice. Follow it with some rice, some fried rice. Personally, like, it's pretty bottom tier from the patatines we've had. The sauce is like savory, but it's not too sweet or star anise for like the flavors that I associate patatine with. Will I order it again? Probably not. Meat is well cooked.
Hey, best friend. There's 2 of you. How is that possible? No. I can only handle 1. Let alone 2. Mirror world.
So, best friend, we are here at the Baluarte de San Diego. A very nice garden. There's a wedding that's gonna be held soon because it is quite a beautiful venue. This was constructed between 1653 and 1663 to defend the southern part of Intramuros. It is now in ruins, like most things in Intramuros, destroyed by many people, including the British and of course World War II. Let's walk around. There's a reason why Intramuros is one of my favorite, if not my favorite place in the whole of Manila. It is just steeped with history, and look at that. That was the base of the fortification tower that used to be here. And it tells such a sobering story, a reminder of the many eras Manila has gone through. Spanish occupation, Japanese occupation, American occupation, world wars, earthquakes. It is also very easy to dismiss the, some would say, you know, very eyesore type modernist buildings and all the informal settlers, but that is also in a way a part of Intramuros' story. It is not common knowledge that Manila was the second most devastated city in World War II, next to Warsaw in Poland, back when this was the site of the Japanese last stand and the liberation of Manila, which I guess the Intramuros administration is still trying to constantly rebuild. So Intramuros, even though it's been like how many years, like 80-ish years since World War II, it is still in a process of rebuilding its pre-war glory, if it'll ever get there. But I guess it's just another new era for Intramuros to live by. While I wait for my parents to finish taking their photos, I'm taking every chance I can get to stay in the shade because the sun's no joke. I don't know if you can see my sweat. How sweaty are you, Yanbi?
Not too sweaty.
Please, pipe by me, please.
No. Okay, now it's time to grab a cheeky cocktail at our hotel's rooftop bar. It's called the Sky Deck. We have a nice drink, cool off, you know, refresh ourselves. So let's go.
So, how are we feeling about the Sky Deck?
It's nice. We are here at a really good time, you know, the sun is setting. I got my mojito, just a simple cocktail, you know. It's got the mint, it's got the lemon, very refreshing. It doesn't taste like too alcoholic, which is what I like. A really good way to cool off.
Not gonna lie, we only made a reservation here just so we can appreciate the sunset. They do have a food menu, which is kind of on the expensive side. I mean, you know, it is like more of a special occasion type setting. So we literally only just got their dynamite rolls, which look amazing, by the way. Dynamite rolls usually are like lumpia wrappers that's stuffed with a jalapeno and sometimes cheese, but let's just taste by itself. Oh, it has pork in it. It is so juicy, and the wrapper is just great, and you can taste like the chilies on the outside there. But what I dip it with, maybe some suka, some vinegar. There's some cheese in that as well, and then sweet and sour, sweet and sour. Oh yeah. And just, you know, para hindi naman makakahiya, we ordered a couple of drinks. We actually got a bottle of wine just so we could say that we spent a bit in this place. But I also got a ripe mango shake. Oh yeah. Nice and cold and really thick actually. This is really nice. A Pinot Gris from Italia. You already know, yeah. You already know. Examine, but against the Manila sky. Nice. Whew. It's a wine. That's white. That's from Italy. We're mainly here for the view, and the view is absolutely giving 360 views, but obviously depending on where you sit. Judging from just the quality of the dynamite rolls, I'm sure their other food is good, but yeah, the Sky Deck for you. Highly recommend, especially sunset. Come here. here at Ilustrado Restaurant for dinner, capping off our day of exploring Intramuros. It is expensive, but it is quite the classy restaurant, as exemplified by the live music just behind me. So yeah, we basically just got 3 Spanish-Filipino dishes, like dishes that you normally would associate with the Spanish cuisine, but has slowly entrenched itself into Filipino repertoire. And if you are wondering what an ilustrado is, it is in reference to, especially in the Spanish colonial era, middle to upper class Filipinos who went on to pursue higher education, especially in Spain. The music's on, the vibe is amazing. Tonight, let's eat.
My personal choice, gambas al ajillo, plump, fat prawns in a flavorful oil, most likely with some paprika, usually obviously with garlic. There's some chili. Oh, you can definitely taste like the peppers coming through. It's plump, not the sweetest, not the most garlicky gambas I've had, which is interesting, but nothing like the ones you get in Spain, that's for sure.
The medieval royalty urge to eat while there's entertainment playing. On to the other dishes. I am gonna try their paella ilustrado. Spanish people, I get it. This is arroz con cosas to you, but this is paella to us. So this comes with a variety of seafood such as prawns, mussels, clams, and even chorizo and squids. Love that. Oh yeah. Oh, there's actually some socarat in this, which is quite nice to see. Yeah. That is really nice. And it's really flavorful. I quite like it. Yeah, this is like a very Filipino flavor profile of paella. One more bite with the mussel. I really like that. It's a good comforting paella. Other dish that has a very special place in our childhood is callos or callos a la madrileña. Tripe, chorizo, garbanzos, and some other fatty bits in a siling habak.
Don't hold it.
Looks intense, but it has a nice comforting tomatoey flavor. The tripe's really nice and clean. If you like those textures of like spongy and soft, then this is the dish for you. And because we do not have bread to soak things up, we have rice instead, which by my accounts is the ever better soaking mechanism. Pretty decent food. Expensive, very expensive, but decent for like special occasions if you're here in Intramuros.
Okay, dessert is here. We got 2 desserts, but I'm very excited for this frozen brazo de Mercedes. It has a layer of meringue and this egg-based custardy ice cream. What is it called again?
Mantecado.
Mantecado. If you don't know what brazo de Mercedes is, it essentially is like a meringue, and in the middle would usually be like this custardy like egg yolk sauce. It's very simple, but I love it. So let's just look at that layer. Oh yeah.
Spooky ice
I don't know why that like opened up my sinuses. That hits the spot. The soft meringue, the custardy frozen ice cream, and that biscuit bottom. It's fine. I can pierce through it with the spoon. That's great. It's just so creamy, vanilla-y, a little eggy. I love it.
Final dessert. It says on their menu that it's one of their specialties, so we had to get it. Is their sampaguita ice cream? Oh yeah, let's have a little geese. Ooh, you know what? You know what this tastes like?
What?
This tastes like the air-conditioned section of the cemetery.
Oh my god. Stop.
That's how I like it.
Stop that. No.
In a good way.
Look at the,
That's so niche.
no, because Sampaguita has a very
In a good way.
Wait, fun cheeky fact. I didn't like flowers before because I would associate them with the cemetery.
Sorry, if you do not have that experience of visiting the cemetery in the Philippines, like you would not associate it with it, but that's what I was reminded of. Because obviously, like Sampaguita, you like it's very common for like cemeteries to have them when people like give flowers to their dead relatives and stuff. And so like, and obviously because it's ice cream, it's cold, aircon. So
AC.
the more I eat it though, it's just the more like just milky and very nice. And this ice cream is actually really, look at that. It's actually a really good ice cream. I quite like it.
Imagine putting that in a Google review.
And there's one big thing you'll notice as you explore not just Fort Santiago but also Intramuros if you walk along the walls is of course the famous Intramuros golf course. Back in the day that was the moat of Intramuros. As technology progressed and walls became obsolete as defense for cannons, it turned decrepit and unsanitary during the American colonial era, and they decided to fill it with some reclaimed land from the Manila Bay and turn it into the Philippines' oldest golf course. You know, as historic and I guess picturesque the golf course is, in my personal opinion, I would love to see it converted into a park for everyone and not just for the few wealthy elite that use the golf course. I guess it's still kind of nice to see people play golf, but it would be even nicer if it was converted into a really nice world-class park for everyone to enjoy, don't you think?
Hey!
It's Yanbi. Of course, it's actually quite breezy and nice. We could have been
It's
bonding.
not sunny.
I needed to rest.
Yanbi is actually sick right now, and we have to pasha later. Isn't that right, best friend?
Yeah.
Yanbi can explore with us because we've already been to Fort Santiago many times, but hence why Yanbi didn't really need to come with us. But look, Yanbi, look, it's the moat. It's the fort. Oh yeah, Wumpkin. We're exploring.
Coffee shop.
Yeah, it's inside. So
Okay.
I miss you, best friend. Hi, Bearsheen. All right, bye, Bearsheen. All right, we approach our final destination here in Intramuros, the beautiful Fort Santiago, my favorite place in Manila. An amazingly historically significant monument. It was built in 1571 by the Spaniards in the mouth of the Pasig River, an extremely strategic location. Built on top a palisade fortress once ruled by Raja Soliman. It has been occupied and destroyed multiple times, occupied by the Spanish, Americans, Japanese, and even the British. It has been built and rebuilt and most famously destroyed in World War II. This is the main citadel and fortification in Intramuros. It is absolutely beautiful, fronted by a moat and a bridge and a beautifully ornate entrance gate, which was rebuilt in World War II. So let's explore. This is a new addition to the Fort Santiago. It's the dungeons, which I've never been to before. And let's go in. It's a bit of a squeeze though. Alright, we arrived at Papakape. Such a cool coffee shop, honestly. It is actually situated in a 300-year-old cistern. So it is quite fitting that a 300-year-old cistern that used to supply fresh water now supplies ice cold drinks and also hot coffees. So they have actually quite a few unique flavors, which I'm really excited about because it's not every day that you get like Filipino themed coffees. So mom got a tahoe, which is like a tahoe with like coffee, some sago, and even some soybean curd. Dad got a bibingka chino, which is espresso, coconut milk froth, and torched cheese or queso. And I got, you know, a classic black gulaman americano, espresso, pandan arnabal, grass jelly, and basil seeds. They just look absolutely beautiful. Sucks to be you, Yanbi. You would have really enjoyed this coffee shop. But no, you just had to be sick, didn't you? You just had to be sick. Best friend. Why aren't you here with me, best friend? Taste test, black gulaman, americano. Ooh, that's actually really sweet. Yeah, it just has that signature brown sugar gulaman flavor. Try to get. Ooh, the herbal jelly just gives it that herbal bitter tang to contrast the sweetness, and it's got some basil seeds in there as well. Next one, bibingka chino. Ooh, yeah, the coconut is coming through nicely. And the cheese, nicely torched. That is such a unique coffee. I never have like coconut stuff in my coffee, and the cheese, the smokiness from the cheese. It does taste like a bibingka. And then last one, tahoe. Oh, that's why it's called tahoe. It's with oat milk, childhood drink in a coffee. It's even got some soy curds. Oh yeah. Let me get some of the soy. Yeah, not gonna lie, if I lived in Manila, would be one of my favorite coffee shops of all time. It's such a nice way to discover like a new facet of like Filipino ingredients and cuisine, I guess. Especially in a very historic location in a 300-year-old cistern, right in the middle of Fort Santiago with my parents. Sucks to be you, Yanri. This is real nice. Oh my gosh! I hate you! I hate you! I hate you!
Hey everyone, I'm feeling a bit better, everyone. Take a shower.
I hate you! Okay, we made it back from Intramuros, and I just always love exploring the old city of Manila. Such an amazing historic site, but of course the food wasn't too bad either.
I mean, obviously I wasn't there for the Fort Santiago one because I was too busy, you know. But the coffee looks really good. I'm a bit jealous.
Yes, do check out Intramuros, Fort Santiago. Go explore, go eat around. Such a wonderful place. And thank you guys for watching another one of our food and travel videos live from, I guess, Marikina, but formerly Intramuros. And see you on the next one. Goodbye.
Bye. Say bye, Rocco.